Yeah.
Three.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just gonna have him chilling in the background like
Yeah, no, he can. It's fine.
My pose is flawless.
Good.
What is up? What is up, YouTube? What is going on, YouTube? Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Remy's Roundtable. Glad you guys are with us. We are about to get started, and Mike's making a lot of noises in the background. So, Mike,
Okay, sorry. I just posting it on the Discord. Uh, and I don't have my headphones in because we're
how
doing
dare
something
you,
different today.
Mike?
You spelled it wrong. It's a Y.
I'm sorry.
Y apostrophe.
Focus on your thing.
Yeah.
Pay attention to me.
Yeah, I know.
Ignore me.
All right.
Acknowledge me.
Remember me.
Acknowledge me.
Me.
No, that's not it. No, it's search up Remy's. Oh, there. No, it's yeah, it is.
I am just going on to his channel because I'm gonna subscribe. I'm gonna give him a credit for that.
All right.
Literally on his stream, you told him you were subscribing to him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Uh,
Shit, I'm trying to find.
Yeah.
God damn it! Where did I put that?
You trying to find the answer, Zach?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
Well, since you said acknowledge me, put Roman Reigns theme.
Oh my gosh.
Do it. I don't think it's wait, no, it might be copyrighted.
No, that's too slow. God dang, that's way too slow.
no, let's go with the Coco song. Remember me, though I have to travel.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, wait.
I can't find the song I want to. God damn it. All right, I got it. All right, let me grab this bad boy back up. All right, Mike, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. That's right. You guys are listening to Remy's Roundtable, the Florida theme park podcast. What is going on, everybody, and welcome. We do have a great show for you guys. First up, we do have the latest theme park updates. Followed that, we do have Ride of the Week, and we're doing it on the Carousel of Progress. And we'll wrap everything up tonight with Mike's Munchie. So, welcome to the show, everybody. If you guys would like to follow us, you guys can. We are on all social media, which is Facebook, Instagram, and right here on YouTube, which we do stream all of our episodes around 9 o'clock in the evening. So make sure you guys tune in and chime in the chat and say hey to us. But we do have a great show, and we're going to have some fun tonight. So with that being said, good evening, everybody, and welcome. My name is Remy, and with me tonight is King Mike, our foodie. What's up, dude? How you doing, man?
Why don't you call me your dangerous co-host tonight? But yeah, I'm doing great. Currently actually at my friend's house, so if you hear background, that might be them just driving in because they're awesome.
They are pretty cool, dude. I mean, they're having fun. You guys were just watching the very first Yu-Gi-Oh movie, and what did I just say? Little bit off the camera. Oh yeah, that's right. I said that Yu-Gi-Oh! It was the first movie was just terrible.
Yeah, no, it it's corny, but it's entertaining. But it's not the greatest movie. And to be honest, the only reason why many people went in for the tie-in pack to get like some of the rare cards in there, especially Blue Eye Shining Dragon. Oh, and also people will say one thing: Anubis, the villain of that movie, was underutilized because people really liked him and wish that they did more with him.
Do you think I should, restart my collection? Like restart collecting Pokemon cards or restart collecting, my Lorcana cards
Ooh,
and just, just try to find all the shinies and then just sell them on whatever, like on Whatnot or on eBay or
I would
something.
not recommend that, especially for Pokemon cards, because scalpers like to buy that crap up and overprice them.
See, I wouldn't overprice it. I wouldn't. So let's say, you know, back then when I was a cast member for Disney, every so often we would get a certain amount of passes, right?
Hmm.
And on the back of the passes, they said that we cannot sell them like to our family or friends, right?
Yeah.
What I would do, I would get you guys into the park, and then you guys will pay me for the tickets inside the park instead of doing it out front of the main entrance. And I would do that like every so often. I would save them, and then I would sell them inside the theme park.
Okay. I got
So
it.
I don't. So I want to get. So I want to get terminated from the company, and
Yeah.
it's a pretty smart idea to do that because a I'm cutting you a deal. B, you guys will be able to use all my discounts like for merch and for food. So I don't see any of the harm of that. So it's
Nope.
not a big deal. But
Yeah.
we know Disney. Disney is a very, very, very strict when it comes to, oh, you can't sell your tickets. Well, you know what? I did, and I did them, and I sold my comp passes inside the theme park. So there you go, Disney.
Wow. Yeah. I don't know if you should be a minute. Well, wait, you don't work for them anymore. So yeah, that doesn't
Nope, I
matter.
don't. Nope. So, but anyway, man, when I was at work the other night, I'm sorry, when I was at work yesterday, I was at my resort and it was storming. It was a really bad storm. All of a sudden, lightning struck one of the buildings around the resort, and that resort lost power. No music, nothing. It was just all of the rooms went completely dark.
Damn. That's gotta suck.
I was in my truck when this happened, and I was like, good thing I am not out there. Good thing I saw it from the truck, and I was like holy shit. That have to suck for the guests inside the resort that they were staying at. But uh
Yeah. I wonder what they were going through when he heard that. It must have been crazy.
and it was also happening. It was also happening at the theme parks too at Disney. They were also losing power as well. The theme parks at Disney and the ride. So same thing that happened a couple days ago. I'm sorry, a couple weeks ago when we had another bad storm, and that was the day when I went to Hollywood Studios, and I told you that they had a burnout, which Most of the rides, all the rides were completely
Yeah,
not
yeah,
working.
brownout. Yeah, brownout.
So I guess last night the resort I was at had a burnout.
Well, that would be a blackout actually if everything
Oh
was
wait,
off.
yeah. It was a blackout instead of a
Wait,
burnout.
so brownouts are only if some of them are taken out, and blackouts like the whole place gets yeah.
When was the last time? When was the last time you played Call of Duty?
I haven't played since Black Ops 2
Since Black Ops 2.
because I kind of got. Well, actually, no, I did put. Wait, did Modern Warfare 3 come after Black Ops 2 or before?
Well, dude, you are our research team, so look it up.
Uh, let's see. Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 came out in 2012. Wow.
Black
Modern
Ops.
Warfare came out in. Yeah, no, Black Ops 2 was 2012.
Black Ops 2 came out in 2012.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 3 came out 2011, the year before. Mostly that's one of the reasons why I stopped playing after 2 because the yearly releases they didn't really make too many big changes and it just yeah.
You didn't like
Why do you
it?
think people I mean, let's just say this. There's a reason why people are liking Battlefield 6 over Black Ops 7.
Dude, I was actually playing uh the beta version for Battlefield, the new Battlefield game that's coming out very soon. So I was one of the beta testers, and I gotta say, man, it's a lot smoother than Call of Duty right now.
Well, yeah, that's what happens when you take your time making a game instead of rushing it every year.
Exactly. So we do have a guest in our live stream. We the name goes by Mr. Chris Yob. So what is up, Yob? How you doing, man? Glad you are in the chat with us. So thank you so much for tuning in. Uh,
Hi, Chris. When are you
anyway,
gonna call me and hang out?
dude, I don't think he's gonna call you. I don't think he will.
What?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know if Chris is gonna call you or not.
Yeah, well, you were talking about yeah, because he's supposed to. I've been trying to get in touch with him to come hang out again with you, and he hasn't done it.
So, Mike, how are you doing your fantasy league?
I'm not in a fantasy league, but I will say in terms of guessing the games, let's just say I've been a little wrong the past few times because we're in upside down. Let's just say this: we're in an alternate dimension when it comes to this week. I mean, when it comes to this year, somehow Daniel Jones is good.
Oh yeah. Well,
Um, a- and then there's also the fact that somehow the four blocked field goals happened within 5
that
minutes of
was
each.
insane. That was insane. Uh,
And also, oh, and the other thing that happened that was definitely says that there might be in an alternate dimension is the fact that the Bears just kind of beat the crap out of the Cowboys.
yeah, they did. So I'm in a fantasy league with Chris and some other podcasters for this.
Yeah, I saw your team. It wasn't.
Well, do you want to say you want do would you like to know where I am right now in my
Uh,
fantasy league standing?
let's see, 3 weeks. Where are you? Are you in last?
I am in ninth place.
How many people are in that?
We got 12. We got 12 players.
Okay, that's not too bad. What's your record?
1 and 2.
Yeah, okay.
1 and 2. And let's see if I can pull back week 3 real quick.
Oh, and by the way, Fox Sports, their power rankings are stupid.
Yeah, that's why I don't follow Fox Sports.
They put the Chiefs at 5.
5? Why the
As
hell would you
in,
put them at 5?
because it's the Chiefs.
God, that's stupid. That
Yeah, it's
is
like
stupid.
I would literally put the Colts and the Rams and the I would literally put all the undefeated teams above them right now.
All right,
Like,
so
I would even put them in the top 10.
week 3, the final score in my fantasy league was 117 to 93.
Is that the one you won, or did you win or lose?
That's the day. That's the game that I won.
Okay.
The final score was 117 to 93. During that game, Jalen Hurts gave me 29 points,
Of
and then
course.
my other player gave me my Williams. He gave me 18 points.
Which Williams?
Let's see who do I have. Kyren Williams.
Okay.
Kyren Williams. So I got him.
Yeah.
Walker from the Seahawks, Kenneth Walker. He gave me 17 points.
Yeah.
Our very own Devontae Smith. He gave me 16 points.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you decide to let Jalen actually play and throw the ball. And yes, I'm saying this because our offensive coordinator Kevin Patullo should have done that earlier instead of relying on the run game so many times.
So week 4 is going to be iffy for me. I mean, I'm playing my team very well. But hopefully, in a couple, maybe in week 5, I will grab some more players if I can. Drop a few players who I don't use, and then pick up some other players up and see what they can do for me as well. So
Well, I would definitely not pick up Nick Bosa or yeah, I want to pick up Nick Bosa because he's out for the season.
he's offered. Oh well, that's
Wait, no, Nick
that's
Bosa's
not good.
defense. My bad. Hi, Nicole.
Hi.
And coming in right now in our studio, we have Nicole with us. Hey, Nicole, how you doing?
Hello. Just Ducky. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. Cannot complain. Glad you're here with us this evening.
Happy to be here.
Have a nice little Wednesday off from work, so that's good.
It's bizarre. I forgot what day it is.
I know. So, guys, that means we will have Getting Nerdy with Nicole tonight. So, hope you guys will enjoy her little segment. And speaking about segments, guys, let's get into it. It is now time for the latest theme park updates. All right, guys. So we are heading over to the Magic Kingdom, and we are talking about Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. So guests who are heading to this year's Halloween celebration should note that fireworks will be limited on select nights. Disney hasn't confirmed which dates will be affected, so if the big spooky fireworks spectacular is a must-see for your family, you'll want to double-check the event schedule before booking those tickets. Also, do you guys remember that the Cool Ship area over in Tomorrowland? The one that looks like a big spaceship, like a red spaceship? Yes, no, maybe.
Yeah.
All right. Well, after the removal of the classic Tomorrowland Cool Ship, Disney has officially unveiled a modernized replacement. Well, while it may not carry the same nostalgic flair, it adds a sleeker look to Tomorrowland's evolving design. So it actually does look really modern. I'm just gonna say that. Where else are we going? We are going to Epcot. So after the Food and Wine Fest, which will end in November. So what that means is that after Food and Wine Fest, we will have Festival of the Holidays, which will be running from November 28th through December 30th. And we got some really good news about this, and that is Santa is moving to Communicore Hall this year, where families will have the chance to meet him daily from November 28th through December 24th. It's a cozy climate control space, perfect for those busy Florida holiday afternoons. Joyful, the uplifting blend of gospel, R&B, and holiday cheer is back, but this year the show will take place on the Communicore Plaza stage. This gives guests more space to enjoy the music and a central hub to celebrate the season. And of course, guys, we cannot go to, festival of the holidays and leave out candlelight. So I do have the list of the narrators. And I would like to know from Nicole and Mike if you guys know these narrators who I'm about to mention. Constance
Okay.
Constance Wu.
Sounds familiar, but not familiar with her.
Okay,
Nah, me neither.
Was she
All
in
right.
like Crazy Rich Asians?
She is,
or
yeah,
no?
Nicole. She was in Crazy Rich Asians.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
then yes,
Oh
I know
wait,
who you're
yeah,
talking about.
yeah, I do know who you're talking about now.
And she was also on I think she played the mom. She was
Yeah.
on that show Fresh
Off
Off.
the boat. Yeah,
Yeah.
fresh off the boat. Yes. Okay, now it's all clicking. Okay.
You know what's weird about that show? I'm actually gonna go back and rewatch it. Fresh Off the Boat was actually based in like the storyline. The family moved to Orlando. That was like
I
the whole
forgot about that.
that was like the whole backstory. They moved from one place and then moved to Orlando. Like what? Okay. Okay. How about Mr. Jordan Fisher?
Again, sounds familiar. Can't entirely place it.
Nah, I
Me
don't think I've
too.
heard of Jordan Fisher.
He was in the Broadway show Dear Evan Hansen.
No.
Okay, I'm not.
Okay. He's
I
also
mean, like I know the show, but I've not seen the Broadway
he's also
production. So I'm not
he's also a musician too. Like he's really good singer. He does the firework display show at the Magic Kingdom. Happily Ever After. He's actually one of the voices for that song.
nice.
All right, how about Miss Jennifer Garner?
Well, yeah.
13 going on 30. You know her?
Mhm.
Jennifer,
Yeah.
yes, I do know her.
How about Miss Ashley Eckstein?
Sounds familiar. Yeah.
Voice of Ahsoka?
Voice of who?
Ahsoka?
Oh, Ahsoka.
Yeah. The animated series Star Wars The Clone Wars?
I've never seen it. I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about. But
I
I've never
know who
seen
you.
it.
Yes, I have seen that one. What was the person's name again?
Ashley Eckstein?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I did. Now I remember her.
Okay. How about Mr. Ralph Macchio?
And
Yeah,
then that's
no, much.
Karate
yeah.
Kid?
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
Absolutely.
We also have Leslie Uggams. She was in the show Empire and Deadpool.
Oh, I know who you're talking about now.
Okay.
How about Mr. Henry Winkler?
Hey.
Hey.
We also have the one and only, which I am gonna go see him again. We have Gary Sinise,
He's good. Yeah.
Lieutenant Dan,
Yeah.
and
Also NCIS Miami, I think. Or NCI.
he was actually in CSI New York.
CSI New York. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right.
And my favorite, he is back, doing it again. Mr. Brendan Fraser.
Hey.
Yeah. So and then everybody else is like, okay, cool. Like Louis Fonzi, we got him who does
Hey, nice. Okay.
after Louis Fonzi, we got Joel Smallbone. He's a Christian music artist. But after Mr. Smallbone, we got Brie Larson coming to do Candlelight.
Okay.
Brie Larson.
Yeah,
Okay.
Captain Marvel, Brie Larson.
Yeah. I know who
And,
that is. I'm just not phased, but
and Cheryl Lee Ralph. She was in the show Abbott Elementary, and she was also in the Broadway show Dreamgirls.
Okay.
So those are your narrators for Candlelight this year. So
Really?
that's
That's the entire list?
that's the entire
Wow.
list. Yeah.
Dang.
Why are you giving me that look, Nicole?
That's like a lot of the regular, like the people who have become staples
Yeah, but you know
doing
what?
it are
Yeah,
not listed.
yeah, but you know what's funny?
That's bizarre.
You know what's funny?
What?
Neil Patrick Harris is not doing Candlelight this year.
Yeah, that's one of the ones
No.
I'm shocked about.
I was like, why is he not doing Candlelight this year? Why?
That Thus my incredulous look.
But hey, we got Brendan Fraser
So
again.
like we don't have him. Jodie Benson usually does it, and she's
Jodie
not on the
was
list.
Jodie was
Mm.
Um,
Jodie was fantastic when I saw her.
and what's his face?
When
Played
I think of Neil
Uncle
Patrick Harris,
played Uncle Jesse.
John Stamos.
John
John
Stamos
Stamos.
had done it like the past 2 years and was really good. Um,
I believe
a
he's
few
on
others.
I believe he's on tour right now with the Beach Boys.
Okay. I've
Which
also seen Marie Osmond do it. She's not like a staple, though. I've also seen Cheetah Rivera was really good too, but
oh
I think she
wow.
only did. I think she only did it the one year.
All right.
For
But yeah,
me
Cheetah Rivera was really good.
I saw Jodie Benson. I did see John Stamos once.
Hmm.
Uh I saw Gary Sinise, so that's great because
Yeah,
my friends who usually do Candlelight with him, they are actually in his band for the army,
nice.
for veterans, and it's called the Lieutenant Dan Band. So
I
and
love that.
she's percussion, and her husband is the drummer for that band. So hopefully this year, if they're listening, hopefully I'll be able to meet him after Candlelight
Yeah, that'd be cool.
or before Candlelight. So haven't really decided yet. Let's see. We are heading over to Disney's Animal Kingdom. So heads up for all of you annual pass holders. We got some perks that will be ending on September 27th. So that's actually in a couple of days. So it's on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. That's when all these perks will be ending this coming Saturday. So your Crush Pass holder magnet will be gone. Totally Sweet Sunday over at the Donald Bite Snacks. You'll also be getting they will also be getting rid of the Disney Photo Pass Magic Shots for you annual pass holders. So like I said, those perks will be ending on September 27th, which will be on this coming Saturday. Over at the Fort Wilderness, walkways around the Meadows swimming pool area are closed while Disney continues upgrades and improvements. Guests should plan a little extra walking time around the resort. Over at the Grand Floridian, the resort has installed new light fixtures in the lobby, adding a fresh touch while maintaining the Victorian elegance the Grand Floridian is known for. This is part of Disney's larger push to modernize deluxe resorts without losing their charm. And we did cover this last week on the podcast, but I am bringing this up because this is huge news. Now, Nicole, I know you weren't on the podcast last week. Did you hear about this news coming out of SeaWorld Orlando?
No,
Right. I'm trying.
at
So
least I don't think I have.
SeaWorld,
Yeah. Yeah.
SeaWorld pretty much bought 4 acres of land inside of their theme park area, right?
Hmm.
Interesting.
This is for a brand new dark ride. It's called SeaQuest: Legends of the Deep.
So yeah. So it's a suspended dark ride, as in like you're not. It's like the seats are like kind of like the what you see in like say the ha- the haunted mansion
No, no,
where
no,
they're
no,
like
no, not
So,
but
so like,
not even the
so
haunted
like
mansion.
Peter Pan?
Like Peter Pan, yes.
like Peter Pan, but you're suspended from the air, like from the lift,
Like
as in
like Peter Pan.
yeah, you're
Yep.
basically like Peter Pan, and it goes, but it's also like Soarin', where it's like where it's like a dark ride. It's like all like a screen thing, but it's where it's a lot of like visual stuff, but it's all in the water, so you can see like all different types of fishes and stuff. It's actually really cool. Fishes and mammals and everything. Funny enough, when I found out about this, like Remy was talking about this, like speculating what it was, and literally that same day, like 9 hours earlier, I told him, "Oh, they already released a video of what it is," and then I posted, showed, the part of the video of it. It was Sequest, put up the video a little bit, but yeah, Sequest is what it is. It's a underwater like ride, like soaring.
Yeah, and what I've also read in their articles describing about this ride, it's like what Mike just said. It's a suspending dark ride, and you're in this doom buggy type style for this attraction. It's half Peter Pan, half motion simulator ride. You'll start swinging. It'll bring you up to a second level, and the last part of the ride is that you will see like all of the aquatic, animals. Like you'll see a dolphin, you'll see sharks, you'll see uh,
Whales.
whales. I mean, you'll see pretty much all the animals that you can think of. That's like their big grand finale of the at the end of the ride. So, and also their special
In a
effects
big
with
blue world.
Nicole, that will be not in the ride.
No.
Um, So I mean, I'm looking forward to this ride because it's going to be insanely cool. And I guess what I'm saying is that I may have to invest in getting me a SeaWorld annual pass just to go on this ride. So I guess that's what I have to do at this point. So we're looking forward to it, and it said that uh, SeaWorld has not did not give us a date on when this is going to be open to the public. So make sure you guys are listening to Remy's Roundtable for more updates on SeaQuest Legends of the Deep at SeaWorld Orlando.
I'm hoping that it comes in. I'm hoping that it comes during the summer so that it's there for
Yeah.
August.
Well,
I keep wanting you to finish the statement, Legends of the Hidden Temple.
that would be
That's what happens in my head every single time.
that would be an awesome attraction if Universal came up with an idea for a Legends of the Hidden Temple attraction.
Bring out the old
That'd be
Nicktoons stuff.
insane.
Bring out the old Nick stuff.
Mike,
should-
those sound stages are not in good shape, buddy.
I know, but if they refurbished them and made them into things, that would be excellent. Especially that's another Hidden
I'd
Temple
be
going
down for
through
getting slimed.
Oh, I remember when was this? I was in middle school, and we actually had to our principal did not get slimed. She got pegged with snowballs filled with Nickelodeon slime instead.
I actually one time we almost went on one of the Nickelodeon Nick Gas shows.
Really?
Yeah, because we were
Nice.
around that area during that time. We were at Universal near the Universal near the Nicktoon studio during that time.
Uh,
So we almost
was-
got it.
I was on all that, and I was also watching Keenan and Kel.
Nice.
Those are
Nice.
those are the two live tapings that I was part of. So
Nice.
it was so cool just watching them doing their stuff. And a good friend of mine, he is actually a local actor, and he was actually in one of the episodes of Keenan and Kel. And
Nice.
that wasn't the episode I saw him in. I was like, dang it, I should have stayed there and watched him. But nope, sadly, I wasn't able to watch his pilot. So I'm like, damn it. All right. So speaking about Universal, we are heading over there and talking about their annual pass updates. Now, this is for next year. So Universal is shaking things up with annual passes for 2026. No standalone Epic Universe Pass. So it looks like right now for next year, Epic Universe is now going to have their own annual pass system. So I'm sorry, Mike, they're not getting an annual pass.
I mean, I don't. I mean, I don't live in Florida, so I don't need
I
an annual
know.
pass.
I was just saying. Uh, but guests may be able to add Epic Universe access as an upgrade to their existing tiers. Universal is considering a brand new higher tier pass covering all 4 theme parks. So you'll have Universal, Islands of Adventure, Volcano Bay, and Epic Universe. So that's good, but will it happen next year? Guests can also expect price increases and possible changes in their perks like free parking, hotel discounts, and Universal Express access. So many fans are debating whether it will be smarter to upgrade entirely or just add Epic Universe as an option.
Could be.
What do you guys think?
I mean, makes sense. Like business wise, definitely makes sense.
Yeah, I could see it.
It's kind of
Wise.
sucky that people are going to have to buy more instead of being like, oh, it's all included. But
Yeah. By the way, when I looked at the map, I was wondering why they never did a Hogwarts Express to from Hours of Adventure to Epic Universe or Universal Studios until I saw that Epic Universe is like farther away from the other parks compared to all the other ones.
Yeah, it's like an extra 10-minute drive
Fun
from.
spot, fun spot, fun spot. Orlando is closer to to Hours of Adventure than Epic Universe. That's saying something.
You know what? I think, to be honest, I mean, I like Fun Spot. However, I think that they should just tear that place down in Orlando, the Fun Spot Orlando side, and keep the Fun Spot in Kissimmee. That way, if Universal wants to expand more land and buy more land, they can buy that entire area of Fun Spot and add more stuff over on that side.
Yeah.
then they should also, then they can actually like maybe use time and money to increase the quality of the Kissimmee one because that one's a little bit shady.
Exactly. So that'll be a good possibility, but I really do not see that happening with FunSpot or Universal buying out FunSpot. Say, hey, we want to go ahead and buy you out, buy your theme park for I don't know, $2.3 billion. All right, we'll just buy it out for you, tear down all the rides, tear down all the go kart tracks, and just use that land for the Universal theme park or Islands of Adventure theme park. Who knows what they will use that land for if Universal decides to buy out Fun Spot. But over at Islands of Adventure, Universal has confirmed that Jurassic Park River Adventure will close on June 5th of next year for a 10-month refurbishment. The reopening date is scheduled for November 19th of 2026, giving Universal plenty of time to refresh one of its most iconic attractions. So, does this mean that we might be getting Jurassic World River Adventure, like the one at Universal Hollywood?
Maybe.
Perhaps
I
I
mean, they
mean,
makes
literally
sense.
I mean
makes
for a
sense. Just
for a 10-month refurbishment, that ride is closing down for 10 months.
yeah, I think it is. Oh, by the way,
It makes
well, from
sense.
his just in the background, and he actually came up with a great idea for what they could have put in as an expansion if they did take over Fun Spot USA. An Island of Burke in whether Universal Studios or Island of Adventure, but instead of it being Burke, being from the How Did You Dragon, let it be the Bewilderbeast lair that Valka was at in the second movie.
Ooh, that would be cool.
Yeah, that whole icy prison with like the greenery inside. Yeah, that would have been.
That would be pretty. That would be pretty dope. All right,
Yep, my
so
friend. I said it was you.
all right, so I don't know if you guys are familiar with some of these small towns in Florida, but if you guys want to get away from the theme parks for a little bit and just, you know, try out some of these small towns in Florida. So I want to know if Nicole and Mike know any of these small towns.
Okay.
Okay.
Fernandina Beach.
Oh.
No. Mike?
Fernandina Beach?
Yeah, Fernandina Beach.
Yeah.
Okay. How about Destin, Florida?
Yes.
Wait, which one?
Destin.
Destin? I don't think so. No, not for me. I had never heard of that one.
Anna Maria Island.
Yeah.
Yes.
Vero Beach.
Yes.
Mm.
St. Augustine.
Yes.
Siesta Key.
Yes.
Siesta Key? Oh,
Yeah,
wait, yeah, I saw that.
Siesta Key, Florida.
Okay.
And how about Crystal River?
Yes. I haven't gotten to go, but I want to go.
I want to go back.
I've heard of that place too. It's good.
The reason why I said Crystal River is because this is where you'll be able to see manatees. This is
One
Oh,
of
I'm
the
gonna go
places.
now.
this is one of the spots.
One of the places where you can see manatees.
Yep, this is one of these spots you guys can see the manatees, and I've been to Crystal River before, and that water is so warm. It's just perfect, 75-degree warm temps.
Remy, you're making me jealous.
Why? It's a river, and it feels good, buddy.
I know. I want to go down there though, and I can't go down there because I live in New Jersey.
I know you do. All right. So you guys know me. I love going to Buc-ee's every once in a while in Daytona. But Buc-ee's, the Texas-based mega travel stop, has purchased $12 million worth of land in Florida for a future location. Expect their trademark wall of jerky, massive restrooms, and cult following snacks to draw in crowds once it opens. So they did not say where in Florida, but they bought $12 million worth of land in our beautiful state. So I have some interesting entertainment and pop culture news for you guys.
Okay.
These are forgotten Disney animated movies that deserve another look.
Okay.
The Rescuers Down Under.
Oh.
I
That's a-
love that movie. I
What was it called?
So
like The Rescuers too, but
Hey,
I
Remy.
mean, I think it's pretty objectively
So,
accepted that it's
Remy, I have a
Down
question to
Under's
ask
the
you.
superior of the
So
two
hold on. So like I said, these are forgotten Disney animated movies that deserves another look. Why do you think I said The Rescuers Down Under?
Because it's amazing. Because it's an amazing movie.
It's an excellent movie.
Do you guys think that they should turn that into a live action movie?
Hell's no.
no.
Oh.
No.
I would love to see this as a live action movie.
Not currently. Unless they
It's-
make it a prequel or something like
mean-
that.
What? No.
Well, because they had one prequel movie, well, two technically, but one that did good, which is Cruella.
So a live action version of Rescuers Down Under. I don't want Disney to keep making
No.
live action movies 'cause
Especially-
they're just dumb. But if they're going to make a live action version of a film, that one I think could be more, it's more geared towards like
I got a
it would be
great idea
easier
for
to
a
do a
live action.
live action out of that one and have it turn out decently than some other films that they've done.
Okay, so I actually have a great idea for a live action film that could potentially, where instead it'll be the reverse results. Give us a live action version of the Black Cauldron. Maybe instead of it being bad, it will be so good that that it will become one of the greatest live action films ever.
All right, well, Mike, I'm glad you said that because, like I said, the topic is forgotten Disney animated movies that deserve another look. So we
Black,
said, so we said
Black,
the rescuers down under.
and you said, and I just literally said the Black
You
Cauldron.
did say the Black Cauldron.
Okay, Black Cauldron. I'm going to say this right now. I've looked at it multiple times, and I still say this to this day. I feel like they didn't know what the hell they were doing with that movie.
It was just the animation.
The animation was definitely dark. Some of the characters were. I didn't really care much for Fergie in that film.
Even the villain in that movie, that was kind of meh. Like, why do we have a villain in the Black Cauldron? Why?
Yeah.
All right, how about this one?
Nah.
This is another forgotten Disney animated movie that also deserves another look, and that is Onward.
Oh yeah, that was
I
good.
like Onward too. Hey, Remy, my friend wants to chime in on a potential forgotten Disney movie. Can you
Sure,
chime in?
sure.
Here,
I am just going to throw this out there. Hold on.
Here.
Hold on. Yep.
here. Do you want me to turn the screen or not?
No, you're good. You're
Uh,
good. Hold on, let me just here.
Yeah,
I don't think your camera's going to focus. Okay.
yeah.
I am going to just put this out there. The fact that no one has said the Great Mouse Detective is a little disappointing to me.
Well, I mean, we haven't gotten far enough into it at it, but yes.
We haven't finished this list yet because we're on movie number 2.
Well, movie number 3. What are you talking about? We're at movie number 3. We did Rescuers Down Under, Black Cauldron, and the third movie we just talked about was Onward.
Onward. Okay, so yes,
And-
the Rescuers Down Under, Onward, and the Black Cauldron. So the next movie that we all forget, that we forget about, that deserves another look, is actually one of my favorite movies to watch every once in a while, Treasure Planet.
Oh, yeah. That is a forgotten one.
That is such a forgotten one.
Such a good movie.
I watched a YouTube / TikTok channel who literally made a thing saying there was 3 movies that they really watched movies, and it was like all the cool space pirate theme ones, like it was definitely Treasure Planet. I forgot the other ones, but it was like around that same era where Disney was building up to something amazing, and then they just canceled it for some weird reason.
All right, how about I know this one is also a Disney attraction.
What?
Dinosaur.
Oh,
I mean,
I can take or leave Dinosaur. It's a good movie. I don't hate it, but like it's one of those movies where I'm like what's the word I'm looking for? I'm ambivalent towards it, you know.
yeah.
But more power to you if that's a movie you enjoy watching, because it is fun.
I mean, I'll just watch it like every once in a while, but if I start to get bored out of it, I'll be like, I'm gonna change it. I'm just gonna turn it off.
Yeah.
So it's not really a movie that I will put on replay. It's a movie I'm like, okay, cool, I'll watch it. Why not? All right. Now I know for a fact that Disney is working up something up their sleeve to bring this movie to life, as in bringing live actors to do this movie. Atlantis, The Lost Empire.
that's exactly what I was.
Love Atlantis.
Atlantis. That was the other one. That was the other one that the guys were talking about. Yes, Atlantis.
Yeah, like
is
Journey
such a
to
good
Atlantis.
movie. Atlantis is such a good movie.
That makes me so curious who they'd hire to play Milo, because they
Tom
really
Holland.
can't bring in Michael J. Fox to do it. So
Tom Holland will play Milo.
I could see that. Yeah,
That working.
Yeah.
I could see that one.
I swear to God, if I get a call from Disney and they're like, "Hey, we have a small role for you. Can you play Cookie?" I'm like, "Yes, I'll play Cookie. I'll be the cook. I'll be the old country cook." I,
The one thing
I,
I'm hoping that they make interesting is they make the main villain of that movie, which I forget his name right now, from Atlantis, make him more interesting than his motivation being, oh, I want money.
Wasn't his name like
I
Sergeant
mean,
something?
that's a real villain
Yeah,
trait, though.
Yeah,
That
but
makes
like,
him.
yeah, but here's the thing: most of the Disney villains, in that one have have a little bit more motivation, have way more character development. He's just being evil because he wants money.
yeah, Mike, that one actually makes sense to me. The whole point of the movie was what is more important, the history of the place or making money off of the history. That was a
making
point of the
money.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, true.
It was all about making money in that entire movie. They're like, oh, we don't care about Atlantis' health or their environment. We just want to grab their lucky was it crystal, and
Yeah, their magic
we're gonna
crystal.
sell it. We're gonna sell it on the black market and get lots and lots of money for it.
I
Yeah,
Bullshit.
was thinking,
he's one of those twist villains done right.
yeah,
Because
I did
Yeah,
think like
you're
it would have
not
been a little bit more.
expecting.
I thought he would have been a little bit more interesting. Instead of money, he was using it so he could literally just try to be, oh, I'm just going to use all this technology and other stuff to basically cause chaos and rule the world.
Yeah, that would have ruined the point of the
Uh,
movie.
Yeah,
okay, so
it really would have.
all right,
Okay.
And
so speaking about inventions and the future, the one movie that has forgotten, and this is a Disney animated movie that does deserve another look, and that is Meet the Robinsons.
That's a good movie.
That is a good
I
movie.
really do like that one.
Got this big head and little arms.
The freaking hat being the villain is really freaky.
Good twist.
All right, another forgotten Disney animated movie, Brother Bear.
Oh,
okay.
that's another good
I
one.
have not thought of
Yeah.
Brother Bear in forever.
All right. Another favorite movie that we need to go back and just take another look at it. A Bug's Life.
Yes.
Another good movie.
I love it's real funny about A Bug's Life. I used to watch that a lot growing up, but that came out at the same time that DreamWorks kept releasing films just to stick the knife at Disney. That's how we got Ants.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like,
Oh, my favorite thing of Bug's Life. Here, pretend this nut is an ant. How does that feel? Does it hurt? How about this one?
Okay.
Nothing. How about these? Ah!
Yeah,
Just
no.
kills a bunch of grasshoppers.
The premise on that being that the many outweigh the few is a
no.
very powerful message.
Yeah, literally, the ants could have basically, if they realized that they could have probably overpowered the grasshoppers because they were
Near number.
with sheer numbers. They were so many compared to the other.
That's what Hopper was saying. After all, Hopper was like, "Hey,
Hopper was
hey, are
such
you
a good
afraid?
villain.
Are you afraid of one ant? No. Okay, how about this ant? Not really. No. Okay, how about all of these ants?
How
So
about 1,000 of them?
that's
And
what
then they got
that message that he was trying to say was these ants will take over us if we don't back down. So they're like, all right, well, Hopper, you made a good point. Let's go and try
Time
to
to go commit.
kill all these ants.
Hopper is a villain that actually properly terrified me as a kid. I was scared of him.
I love Hopper.
Well, he was voiced by Kevin Spacey, so I think you actually were very, very reasonable fear.
All right, the last
He was
one,
imposing.
yeah.
the very last movie that does deserve another look, and that is Bolt.
That is an interesting.
Hey, I actually
I
like
really
the
do
movie.
like that movie.
I do like that movie. I was interested
Bolt, the dog.
Well, yeah.
with
yeah,
the dog thing.
yeah,
She's
I
actually
remember. Couldn't think of it.
that was
That's a movie I could see if it was a live action.
Now,
Yeah,
hold up,
it's
is-
very down to earth.
Yeah, because you couldn't
Oh,
make a
I'm
sequel.
sorry, I feel like I cut
you couldn't
her off.
Make a
sorry.
sequel of it because at that point, Bolt knew that what was real and what wasn't.
sorry, Nicole.
was Balto was DreamWorks, right?
No, not Balto. Bolt.
No. I heard you say Bolt. I was gonna say, what about? And then I said, no, Balto was DreamWorks, right? Because
Yeah,
I don't think
if
Bolto was
he's if
either.
he
Walter was ambivalent and universal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
Yeah, sorry.
okay, yeah,
but this is like I mean, you got the one and only Mr. John Travolta doing the voice of Bolt. You got little old Miley Cyrus in the movie. I mean, this was a good cast. This a good cast of actors who was actually in this movie.
yeah. A lot of the Pixar ones are ones that you mentioned, like Onward,
Yeah.
Meet the Robinsons, Bolt, because these are all Pixar's, right?
Great Mouse Detective, like I've had said, yeah, they don't talk. They don't. You don't hear people to go back and talk about that many. That it's like one of the most. That one is criminally underrated, and also I got very. And also, actually, I do remember when I was younger, I was terrified of Radigan.
Radigan from the Great Mouse Detective. Oh yeah.
Now, what we
Which
need are some of the the Disney shorts, like the Disney short films, like Donald in Math Magic Land, near and dear to my
My
heart.
favorite short film, probably my favorite short film was the one with the alien when the aliens tried to do a test of abducting a guy, and he keeps like stabbing him into the walls and stuff.
I think my favorite short film that Disney came out was it's one of my favorite Disney characters. I love Donald Duck, and anytime Donald Duck shows up with a Chip and Dale, there's one short. It's called uh, Appleseed, where Chip and Dale are
Yeah.
just stealing Donald's apples, and
Now, are these straight up shorts or is it like a short film? Like Donald's in Math Magic Land is like 40 minutes. It's like a short film.
nah, this one's like
Or like Three Caballeros. That
I
one.
would say this little short thing was like maybe 30 minutes, 20, 30 minutes long. So
Yeah.
I mean,
And then like
I
the
consider it as a short film.
like Make My Music. I think some of these like Make My Music, Merry Melody. I think that was the name of one of the Merry Melodies. And then there was a third one that was they were all three like very music centered.
Who remembers the short
Those
Bow?
definitely deserve a rewatch.
Who remembers the short called Bow?
The what?
There was a Disney short called Bow where
Yeah, it was a Pixar short, I think.
it was.
Oh, was that the one with the mom and she's making all these different food and she was like trying
And then one of the bows comes to life,
yeah.
and then we later found out that the bow was actually she was just trying to remember his.
It was her son.
It was her son, but and then we see her like it was on her head, and it's like that went dark when she fucking when she ate it.
That
And
was
then all of
way
a
too
sudden,
dark.
and then we see her actual son.
All right, so to wrap up the latest theme park updates, this is coming from LA Comic Con. So, comic book fans will soon have a chance to meet Marvel legend Stan Lee again as an AI powered hologram.
Doing this again?
Yeah,
So-
I saw that on a news article.
So apparently, yeah, you if you guys are going out to LA and going to Comic Con, you guys will have a chance to talk to Mr. Stan Lee as an AI hologram. Yes, we all know he passed away years ago, but this will be a good opportunity for you guys to talk to him as a AI hologram. So there you go. And there you guys have it. That was the latest theme park updates brought to you by our good friends over at the Magic Candle Company. So do me a favor, head on over to that website, pick yourself up a candle, and use our code Roundtable19 at checkout for your lovely discount. All right, guys. Well, we do have Mike's Munchies and Nicole's getting nerdy with Nicole this evening. However, guys, it is now time for Ride of the Week.
So great.
Well, we are heading to the Magic Kingdom. And
Mm.
last week, we were at SeaWorld. We did on one of my favorite coasters at SeaWorld because I worked at it.
Kraken.
We did on Kraken. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take things slow. Let's go on a very peaceful ride. Which Walt Disney brought this to life at the 1965 New York World's Fair. And you know what? We're gonna talk about it tonight. The Carousel of Progress.
It's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Sunny at the end of every day. Okay,
I I want to tell you guys a little history about this. Well, I'll give you guys a little history about the project. Talk about some of the imaginary facts, some fun facts, and I'll break down my final thoughts. And myself, Nicole, and Mike, we will give you guys a rating on this attraction out of 5. So with that being said, let's get started. When Walt Disney was approached to create attractions for the 1964-1965 New York World's Fair, General Electric stepped into sponsor a pavilion showcasing the promise of electricity in the future. The attraction, originally called Progress Land, was developed by WED Enterprises, now Walt Disney Imagineering, with an estimated budget of, how much do you guys think back in the day this attraction cost to build just for the World Fair? Now you guys need to think
2
about it.
million.
This was back in 1964 and 1965. So Nicole, you said $2 million.
Yes.
Mike,
No, wait, 1.5. Say 1.5.
What was it again?
how much during the time back in 1964 and 1965 World's Fair, how much did you think it will cost Walt Disney to build the Carousel of Progress at the World's Fair? Well, back then it was called Progress Land.
Maybe about, I would say maybe a little less than a year, like maybe half, 3/4 of a year.
Okay, so Mike, Nicole said it will cost $1.5 million to build.
Oh, how much it cost to build? My bad. So wait, are we talking about in today's money? How much it would cost to build, or back then?
Back then,
1974 to 1975.
1964 to 1965.
1964 to 1965. Based on it, I would say no. I would say it's about maybe like, maybe I would say like maybe a little under $1 million, like 900,000.
All right, you guys ready for the real number?
How much is it?
Yes, it cost Disney and General Electric to build Progress Land, also known as the Carousel of Progress, $16 million.
Back in that time, it cost them that much.
$16 million. And today, this is equal to more than $150 million today.
Okay, I feel like that would be
Progress Land,
bullcrap because
it was just Carousel of Progress. I thought they had another attraction or two at the World
So
Fair.
I would say
the original name was called Progress Land. It wasn't called the Carousel of Progress.
Right.
So the reason why I say that seems like kind of bullcrap because well, okay, 16 million. I've known coasters that probably have a lot more, took a lot longer, and have a lot of other things that were cheaper than that.
Yeah, but at the time, the technology, especially for the animatronics,
Oh
was
yeah,
so state of the art, so
yeah,
brand new,
animatronics.
and
One,
so
I should have thought about that.
it's all
So,
about technology.
like I said, this was the cost for an attraction at the time built. I'm sorry, at the time, but Walt and GE believe in its long-term value. The expense covered not only the theater's revolutionary rotating mechanism, but also the cutting-edge audio animatronic technology that brought the family to life in each scene. So Nicole, you were right. 16 million dollars to cover, the audio animatronics and the rotating theater. So
Yeah.
you're right about that. So like I said, a little history on this attraction. 1964 to 1965, debuts at the New York World's Fair, inside General Electric's Progress Land Pavilion. Millions of fair goers experienced it, and it was one of the most visited attractions of the entire expo. Over in 1967, moves to Disneyland in Anaheim as part of Tomorrowland's expansion. Walt, however, passed away in 1966, but the attraction became a living reminder of his personal optimism and vision. In 1973, the Carousel of Progress closed at Disneyland due to declining attendance. General Electric wanted to move the attraction east to reach the rapidly growing Walt Disney World audience. In 1975, the Carousel of Progress officially opened at Magic Kingdom in Tomorrowland as Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. A brand new theme song was introduced, the best time of your life, also known as Now is the Time. Still written by the Sherman Brothers, but reflecting GE's marketing slogan. However, in 1973, in 1993, the Carousel of Progress, the ride was refurbished again, and its original anthem, "There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow," returned, reinstating Walt's favorite optimistic song. Today, it is one of the oldest continuously operating stage shows in the world, beloved as a time capsule of American family life and a showcase of Walt Disney's vision. The Sherman Brothers. This is part of the Sherman Brothers legacy. The song "There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow" became one of Walt's unofficial mottos. The Sherman Brothers have said Walt personally loved the song because it perfectly expressed his outlook on life. A family of firsts. The Carousel of Progress introduced some of the most advanced audio animatronics ever seen at the time, paving the way for rides like Haunted Mansion and the Pirates of the Caribbean. The rotating theater. Instead of guests moving between rooms, the entire audience seating area rotates around a stationary central stage. This design was groundbreaking back in the 1960s. The only attraction to be in 3 Disney parks. The Carousel of Progress is the only ride that can claim to have operated at the World's Fair, Disneyland, and also at Walt Disney World. A ride with Walt's voice. While he never voiced a character inside the attraction, promotional films for the 1964 version feature Walt Disney himself explaining the Carousel of Progress. That makes this attraction one of the closest personal connections to him in any Disney park. Longest running stage show. This is widely considered the longest running stage show in American theater history, entertaining audiences for over 60 years without stopping. All right, so that was some fun facts, a little bit of history. Now we're getting into the best stuff. One of my favorite parts about this segment, and we are talking about the Imagineering details and also the scene breakdown. So Nicole, you've been on the Carousel of Progress. Mike, you've been on it as well. So, scene one. What year did it take place in?
1900. No, I lied.
Well, Nicole,
No, 1900.
that's right. That's right. The 1900s, the turn of the century. All right. So back then you had gas lamps, hand crank washing machines, and the first electric appliances.
And they
Uh,
start talking about some boys down in Kitty Hawk that are trying to make some flying contraption, but that'll never happen.
Yep. So yeah, 1900. I remember is definitely one of the early ones.
all right. How about scene two? What year did that take place? So we got the 1900s. Now we're going to the next stage, the next scene of the attraction.
It wasn't at the current time. It wasn't present time of when it was first built, right?
1920s.
It was
1920s is correct, Nicole.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact year, but I remember 1920s.
I
So
think he
during
yeah.
that time, you had during the 1920s. That was during the Prohibition era. Vibes with radios, early refrigerators, and an icebox.
Mm-hmm.
That was state of the art, and they're talking about this guy named Lindbergh who's trying to go across the Atlantic, but that'll
I
never
don't
happen.
think they did. I don't think they did time. They didn't have a panicle during the Great Depression, right?
No, so that was the 1920s. The 1920s was just the Prohibition era.
Yeah.
Then scene three, we have the 1940s. This
Yep.
Mhm.
this is the post-war, the post-war era. You have electric ovens, automatic dishwashers, and a black and white TV.
Yep.
This is where they're getting ready to go to the July 4th festival, and the daughter's freaking out.
She's she was in the what? Oh, the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
That was her dress. Yeah. And dad points out all the labor saving devices. And now we get into the last and final scene of the attraction on the Carousel of Progress. We are going into the 1970s. This is known as the future of what Walt was thinking about. So in the 1970s, we have voice activated appliances, virtual reality, and smart home devices. So, in other words, this is today.
Yep. And
This is right now. We actually have this stuff right now. We do have a voice activated refrigerators. We do have virtual reality gaming systems, and we do have smart home devices, which is your
But
Alexa or Google.
was it was that um designed to represent the 1970s, or was it supposed to be like year 2000?
Uh, the 1970s.
Oh, okay.
So while the future has gone through many updates, the idea remains the best is yet to come. So once the Carousel of Progress does go down for refurbishment, they will be adding a Walt Disney animatronic at the very beginning of the Carousel of Progress. So this is something you guys do not want to miss out on when you guys do go back to the Magic Kingdom.
I want to say, I was gonna say I do love the final scene with the alternate reality, with the I call it the VR, the smart home stuff, especially because of the grandma when she starts playing the VR game, and then her grandson like has a shocked face, which he slowly turns because his grandma beat his score kind of easily. I don't know why.
That's such a good scene too, man.
It is. I just find it funny. It's like I sit on playing, and then all of a sudden, like he's, he sees that. Oh, I lost it. Because like, yeah.
Each era is portrayed with incredible attention to detail, from costuming to props, and of course, the witty dialogue of the family who age gracefully through the decades. All right, so I do have some questions I want to ask Nicole and Mike, uh, based on what you guys have heard so far of the Carousel of Progress, and that is, uh, Walt Disney once said this was his favorite attraction. Do you think its message still resonates with today's audiences?
I honestly think it still does.
Nicole?
Still resonates, yes, but underappreciated. I don't know if people realize that it resonates. How about that?
Yeah.
Should Disney preserve it exactly as it is or keep updating it every few decades?
I would say maybe updated.
Yeah, I guess they can't make the theater. It'd be great if they could make the theater bigger to keep it exactly as is and simply add on new scenes. But I don't know. Like it's going to be difficult to pick and choose what is going to stay, what is going to be different.
Yeah, it's hard
But
to.
it would be nice if they could do like like I said, like keep exactly what they have and just tack on additional scenes. That would be in my head the ideal way to go.
But yeah,
Let me ask you this: do you guys think they should update the future scene with smartphones, AI, and electric cars?
I uh, I don't know.
The very last scene of
Yes,
the ride.
Yeah, maybe keep some of the stuff, but also add in new things. Though
because
though I do think that some people might still get upset about like that they altered it anyway. But I think that it could be fine, especially like I said, yeah, smartphones, the AI stuff.
AI, yeah, because AI is very popular these days. So who knows what's going to happen next? Also, this is the last one. Do you guys consider Carousel of Progress a must-do attraction on every trip?
Oh, ooh, maybe. I feel like kind of, yeah, I would definitely say maybe because it's still good to go back and look at it. In my opinion, I still think
how
it's good.
how often is your every trip?
Well, I mean, I
And how
am.
long are we staying there?
Well, let's put it this way: I am an annual pass holder, so if I wasn't an annual pass holder and I was in a different state and I wanted to stay at Disney for a whole week.
Then
And
yes.
yes,
Okay. All right.
if you're an annual pass holder, no, I don't think it's definitely what like you could still do it. I would say it's like maybe a yearly thing.
Mike, I will still go on Carousel of Progress every time I go to Magic Kingdom. I will go on it because the weather here, it sucks and it's hot. That is
You,
the
you know what? You know
that is
what?
the
It's an air
best
conditioned room,
attraction.
so yeah, you got a point there. Yeah, I
That
would
is
If
still
I
go
can,
that is the best attraction that has the coldest AC.
it's
Yeah, okay,
for
you're
me,
right.
it's like it's not one of the top priority rides. If I'm able to work it into the day scheduling, then
Yeah, working it
excellent.
in
Um,
working it a day if you need a
but
break.
otherwise, I do have higher priority rides that I
Okay,
have
Yeah.
well, all right, well, let me ask you this. Nicole, if you worked at the Magic Kingdom and they said, "Hey, Nicole, I see that you applied for attractions. We're gonna put you at the Carousel of Progress." How would you feel about that?
to. At first excited, but also cautious. I'd say ask me again in 10 months because
I
I
would
mean,
say
as much as I love the song, I could see it getting really old to where I'm like singing it in
Quickly.
my sleep. And
I
yeah,
would say well wait, if you do the Carousel Progress, are you inside the building?
You're inside the building, like for the first part of the ride. You go in there, you do your spiel, and then you go right back out and do the rest of your shift at your greeter position. That's pretty much the attraction right there. That's that's
I
your
would say,
day. That's your day.
yeah. No, I would say yeah, if it's during the summer where it's really hot, yes, definitely, because I get to stay in an AC place.
And it's beautiful. It is so beautiful in there. All right,
Yeah.
now guys, here are my final thoughts about this attraction, and that is the Carousel Progress is a living piece of Walt Disney's heart and vision. Unlike many attractions that focus on thrills, this one focuses on optimism, storytelling, and family life. It's a reminder of how far we've come and a celebration of the technology that has improved our daily lives. It's important to theme parks because it embodies what Disney is all about: blending innovation, history, and imagination. Without Carousel of Progress, we may not have seen the rise of audio animatronics based attractions that dominate Disney parks today. Even if you don't ride it every trip, it deserves respect as a classic because when you're inside that rotating theater listening to There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow, you're experiencing Walt's personal vision of the future. It's more than a ride. It's a piece of Disney history.
Mhm.
So, guys, that will do it for the Carousel of Progress. Before we end up this little segment, uh, Mike, out of 5, what do you give it?
4.5, I would say on
Okay,
this.
4.5. Nicole, what do you give the Carousel of Progress out of 5?
Hmm. Kind of depends upon my mood and what I'm using as the criteria. Don't hate me forever. 3.5.
A
Are you kidding?
3.5.
All right.
Okay.
And
Why do I
Remy?
say that? Like I said, I have other priority rides, so one of my criteria is like, do I have to go on it every time? And also, I'm a thrill seeker, so
Yeah, me too.
I have to get to me. I have to get on Space Mountain.
All
I
right, Remy, what about you?
yeah, it's-
I'm going with you, Mike. I'm also giving it a 4. I'm giving it a 4.5.
So that brings it to 4.2.
no, should be 3 point
4.1.
4.2. Yeah, 4 point.
4.2, I said.
Yep,
4.2.
4.2 for the Carousel of Progress. So
Wait, you guys both said 4?
I said
4.5.
I said 4.5. Mike
4.5.
said,
Okay.
Mike said
Okay.
4.5. You gave it a 3.5.
Okay. Okay.
So that still came out of 4.2. Uh, yeah. So guys, that will do it for Ride of the Week on the Carousel of Progress. However, next week we are going. We are actually not doing a ride. However, we are going to a place this time. We're going to a different location.
Ooh.
Let's put it this way. I remember going to this location when I was very young, and I had my very first gig at this location. Guys, we are next week on Ride of the Week. We are going to Pleasure Island. Gonna give you guys a little backstory on Pleasure Island. And with that being said, guys, let's get into it. I am still having some food. It is now time for Mike's Munchies.
Finally, my time.
Yeah, your time, buddy. All right, Mike. Well, you picked this out, and I haven't been here, and I'm pretty sure Nicole hasn't been here either.
You haven't
Probably.
got to this place yet?
I haven't
I
been
don't know
yet.
what place you're talking about.
Okay, so first of all, can you turn on sharing so I could share the images of what this stuff looks like? But yeah,
Absolutely, because I want to see some stuff too. Well, Mike, I know you want to tell everybody where we're going. So, Mike, here's my question: where are we going?
We are going to Epcot to Le Artisan de Grace, which is actually in the French Pavilion. Now, this place is a dessert only, so you won't see many things here. They do actually have alcohol. They have an ice cream martini, which is 2 scoops of any ice cream with a shot of Grand Marnier, whipped cream vodka, or rum. All right. And well, here's like some of the ice creams they have. They have like pistachio, they have cinnamon with caramelized pecan. But there's one dessert here that I love, and I fell in love with after eating it one time, which is called the croque glace. It's 10.95,
Damn.
and it is their premier dessert there. It is you get 1 scoop of ice cream and one sauce, and then they put it in a brioche bun that they press in there, and it's like an ice cream sandwich.
Nicole, you gotta look at this. This is like it looks like it's a French version of their own ice cream sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah, they put the ice cream in the center and then they press it hot, like inside of the brioche bun. It's like that's what it looks like. They have macarons there too, but like I said, my favorite thing there is this thing. This is what everyone goes for here.
Which not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, Jen and I are gonna go to Epcot and go to the Food and Wine Fest. So we're gonna go, and I'm gonna take her to that spot. So,
So yeah, so for flavors they have vanilla, chocolate, cinnamon, caramel, apple, coffee,
oh,
yogurt and blueberry, praline, caramelized pecan, coconut white chocolate, caramel fleur de sel, and mint chocolate for ice cream. And also they have sorbet where they have mango, raspberry, pina colada, and strawberry.
I'm getting the mango. I'm gonna get the mango sorbet.
Like I said, I go for that cooked glace, and I usually go for either
You must have bricked real hard.
caramel fleur de sel. Sometimes I go for regular. Actually, I go for the praline as well. Either caramel fleur de sel, the cinnamon caramel apple, caramelized pecan, or praline.
You don't want any chocolate?
Sometimes chocolate. I'm pretty sure the praline actually is a chocolate one. I think
So, are you only getting the ice cream, or what else are you getting here?
well, no, I'm getting the cooked glaze. If I guess so, I guess I would go with ice cream martini as well.
And how much was that again?
That 14.95. You get
All
two
right.
scoops, and it's because of Grand Marnier and either whipped cream of vodka or rum.
All
So yeah,
right. So that's what is that all you're pretty much gonna get at that place?
yeah. There's other
Okay.
stuff there though. Like I said, they have macaroons. They have this the coupe de
Oh,
monarch.
that looks good.
Yeah, it's 2 scoops of ice cream in a waffle bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that looks pretty
yeah. By the
tasty.
way, this is their ice cream martini.
Ooh, Black Roberts. That's cool.
Yeah, this guy did a pumpkin spiced one.
That looks really good.
Yeah, and they changed.
Pumpkin spice macaroon. You have a gingerbread ice cream. I mean, there's flavored cones. I
Yeah,
mean,
they changed their ice cream menu like seasonally depending on what's there and like stuff like right now they haven't updated it on here, but I'm pretty sure that if you go in there now that they would have the pumpkin spice stuff.
and I think
Oh,
there's and I think their cinnamon apple one is their seasonal flavor as well.
no, cinnamon apple I think is permanent now because people really like it. Oh, Nicole, actually they have vegan ice cream.
Oh, I was just gonna ask if they had a dairy version, if they
Yeah,
have a
they have a non
dairy-free
they
one.
have a vegan one. So if you wanted to, you could get
Same.
that. And trust me, I would definitely say this: the croque glace with even with the vegan ice cream. I don't get try if you ever in Epcot, definitely try it because I croque glace is my favorite dessert in Disney. That thing is so good. It beats out like most of the other dessert. It beats out like every dessert for me. I just like it a ton. So
It's really good. Like I mean, I haven't had like I haven't heard any complaints about this location at Epcot. It's a go to spot when you're in the French Pavilion. I mean, You got Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. So why not just swing on over to the artisan ice cream shop and go get some ice cream for a little bit?
Yep.
So, all right, Mike. So, since this is a short Mike's Munchies,
So how
let's
much
see.
was it?
Well, let's see.
And just to let you know, you don't tip because
Nope,
it's over the counter service.
it's over the counter service. So plus that, too much. My bad. Plus
Yeah.
that, Mike. I have your grand total. Are you ready, sir?
How much is it?
$28.
That's not. Yeah, I didn't.
$28. So if I was gonna spend as much, I mean, for Jen and I, yeah, it will be $56.
You probably no, you probably would because like I said, the martini. If you get both the martini and the
That's what I'm
Coke
saying.
is,
Like, get all that. It'll be 50,
yeah, you wouldn't be
56 bucks. I'm
sharing
like,
anything.
ay, that is a little too much for me. No, thank
Okay,
you.
so so what would you put this as a rating wise?
I give it a 4.
I give it a 5. Like I said, the dessert there's too good is amazing. Nicole, what would you do if you had to, especially since you
I'm
can't drink?
ineligible because I've never been there, so I can't judge it.
Okay, well, based on what you hear, what would you say?
She won't be able to vote.
Okay, go there though at one point if you're ever in Epcot and definitely try it out because, like I said, they do have vegan ice cream you could have.
So, Mike, our final rating for Artisan will be a 4.5.
All right, and give me an updated rating in case when you do try it.
I will. So when Jen and I do go to Epcot on the 4th, I will let you know on the episode.
So it'd be 2 weeks from now. So the eighth episode of the eighth.
Yep.
Got it.
So on that episode, I will say, Mike, this is our final rating for Artisan, and I
Mhm.
swear to God, if I get sick off of that ice cream sandwich, my score is gonna be really bad.
I don't think you would get. I don't think you would get sick unless like something else happened that day. Unless you, because it's literally just ice cream with brioche.
Well, let's just see what happens. So, anyway, Mike, where are we? Where are we going next week?
Okay, so I'm glad you asked. I do have a. Hang on, I have to pull it up, but I do have a. I do have another one picked up already, which is we're going back to Disney Springs again. Yes, because there's a lot of Disney Springs restaurant. And this is definitely going to be one of our more pricier ones. We're going to the Boat House.
Oh, I swear to God, if you said the paddlefish, we are not going to the paddlefish because they got robbed.
Yeah.
So
No, we're going to
we're
the
going
Boat House. And the reason why I
Boathouse.
said
All
it
right.
like, and by the way, the reason why I said that like that is because on the title is literally Boathouse is all capital. Boathouse is literally all capital letters. And they
All right.
trademarked that.
All right. So next week for Mike's Munchies, we are heading to the Boathouse. And guys, it's time for us to wrap up the show with, you know what? Let's go. Let's go ahead and get nerdy with
Time to get
Nicole.
nerdy. We love getting nerdy. And like I said, I do love my roller coasters. Um, and this is something that we could take forever and a day on, just on this one specialized moment, but we're gonna keep it nice and simplified. But basically, gives you what basically runs a roller coaster? What is the entire thing based on?
Let's see. Power. Lots of G's, like
Centrifugal force.
G
Focus
forces.
on focus on that one, Remy. Focus on that one.
Focus on the G forces.
Gravity. It's
Centrifugal
all about
force.
gravity.
Ooh.
It's
Gravity and
all about
centrifugal force.
gravity.
And
So
centrifugal force.
the whole ride is basically running on gravity. Yes, that is one element that comes
Yeah.
into play, but the basic foundation of a roller coaster comes from gravity and it plays on those G forces that you're going to feel. So, as I'm sure you know, there are definitely limits to what a G, like what a body can handle.
Oh, oh wait, my
Yeah,
bad. Centripetal force is the one I'm thinking about. Is the other thing that they use for roller coasters.
yes, yes, that is correct.
And the reason why I mostly know that is because well, not only do I go on a lot of roller coasters, but literally we had to learn about that in physics when we went to Six Flags.
Most people.
Yep.
Okay, so, you know, centripetal force is basically gravity pulling you towards that
Yep.
center of the rotation,
Hmm.
and inertia also kind of pushing you back out, and that's how we get you can spin a bucket with water in it as long as you're spinning it at an appropriate speed. But really getting back to the main thing of gravity, the various sensations that you feel, there are three different axes that we have um, our G forces coming at us on. And well, backtracking a moment, G force, in case anybody doesn't know, is a measurement of the amount of gravity pressing down on us. So one one G is your standard existing on planet Earth. That is your that is one G force. So negative you can have that negative gravity effect. You can have extremely positive gravity effect. And they don't do exactly how much it is. The G force is more of a factor because everybody's body weight is different. So you apply that factor in determining exactly how much weight you're feeling against you. So just think G force is your factor that you're applying. Um, but yeah, like I said, standard is one, and then you feel that go. You have three different axes, your X, Y, and Z, one of which being like the longitudinal, so front and back, that's generally your Z. Your up and down, it's more what you're going to feel when you're going down the drops, or if you're going pretty much straight up, that is going to be your Y, and that is your vertical, and then you have your lateral side to side x-axis that the body can handle less of than the up and down, and your body can withstand the most when it's doing the front and back, the longitudinal. That's that you mostly feel like when you start a car or stop the car. So I think the most any current roller coasters have the most G's that they have in their along the ride is 6.3, and the ones who come up with the standards for how much G forces you're allowed to have is ASTM, and that's
Hmm.
basically the American Society for Testing and Materials. So they're the ones who come down to the engineering of your roller coaster and what you can and cannot do. And they set all the regulations for your height and weight and all the things, whether or not you can have various conditions. These all stem from the ASTM guidelines. So
Hmm.
you also
I'm,
have then
I
like
mean, look up videos. There's people who've passed out at certain high G forces when on roller
exactly.
coasters.
What's this one?
So yeah, those are things that you have to worry about. A lot of it, if you have your vertical G forces, you have to be careful with prolonged exposure. Your tolerance for G forces is much lower the longer you're exposed to said forces. When you have extreme vertical G forces, that's when you have a lot of times gray outs, so like tunnel vision, blackouts, so completely lose your vision. Um, and then the less common, but still just as frightening. Redouts, or so like your vision is just filled with the crimson color. That's generally if you're going down too quickly because all the blood rushes to your head and that's what you're seeing. Like you're just seeing your blood because it's filling your visual field. Um, so these are all things that can happen. Of course, the side to side, you can have broken bones if you're crashing into things. But also think about your body is just like filled with fluid and some objects. So the issue a lot of times with changing any of your G forces too quickly, changing the directionality of them. If you ever take, oh, I don't have a lid on this one, but you get the idea. If I go like that and you see that fluid sloshing, it's delayed reaction. That is your blood and your innards. So if you are going too fast and stop, all that water or fluid or whatever just keeps going, and that's how we get injuries or blood pooling either in your upper or lower extremities, all that kind of fun stuff. So that is one of the many reasons why we have to be very careful with not only the amount of G-force that your body's handling, but the how quickly you change those forces. Um, but when done correctly, that's when you get the cool feelings of weightlessness. You feel everything's pushing against you, and then that moment where it kind of changes and you have no forces acting on you. You have that little bit of lift that you get as the car's starting to change direction, airtime or hang time, or all these fun things. That's what causes your stomach to drop as you go over a big hill, start coming down. Like I said, it's interesting that we say your stomach is dropping because really you're feeling it kind of lift as because it hasn't been affected on yet. Your body hasn't yanked it down. Um, so all that very cool stuff. There are a lot of equations that go into it. Um, and yes, you have to worry about heart conditions because if your blood is being pulled all different ways, your heart has to work a lot harder. And if there's no blood getting to the heart or the brain, that's when we have some massive issues. So all that changing, it releases a large amount of adrenaline, and for us crazy people, a little bit of dopamine too. And so you have that, and it's interesting. Yes,
Have you guys like ever, yeah, I'm just being really honest here. Have you guys ever passed out on a roller coaster?
no,
No.
I
And I've been
did.
on an Intimidator.
I did.
Which one?
I passed out on a roller coaster. So I was visiting my cousin up in Georgia, and he got his passes to go to Six Flags over Georgia. Now there's two coasters there that I was good, and that was one of them was Superman, which was good over there, and the Scorcher over Atlanta. The the roller coaster that I blacked out on was Goliath, and
Oh,
and that was a mega hyper roller coaster.
yeah, it's a hypercoaster. Yeah.
Same style as Mako over at SeaWorld. I blacked out. We were in the back row, and I was like hyperventilating and stuff. I was getting nervous, but then once we start going up that lift hill, that first drop at 200 feet in the air, boom! I'm like, yeah, I blacked out. And if I still had that photo somewhere, you can see me. My eyes rolled right back in my head, and I blacked out. So very, very, very scary situation.
It can
yeah.
be scary.
So yeah, then that's also in addition to blacking out, that's how people get dizzy a lot of times because then you have that centrifugal centripetal manipulation of the G forces. So you have pitching, rolling, and yawing. Those are like the spinning around the various axes and all that sloshing around of the fluid in your ears. Um, that'll obviously cause you to get dizzy. Now, sadly applicable to recent events, like I said, heart conditions that'll cause issues. If you have any kind of like spinal issues, that can cause massive problems too, because as I said, G forces are like G's are the factor by which the amount of gravity is affecting you. So if the average human head weighs about like 10 or 11 pounds, this is just average across males and females. Average human head weighs about 10, 11 pounds. So when you have like 5G forces acting on you, your head is now like 50 to 55 pounds that your body is trying to hold up. Even though you have great restraint, it's not lifting your head for you. Your head's still going to kind of bobble a little bit. So if you're riding some hefty coasters and or riding a lot of them or long periods of time, that's gonna start to strain on your neck. If you've ever, people with long hair, if you've ever worn a high ponytail for a long time, or you have anything like a heavy hat, or you're wearing, like if you're a mascot or whatever, you have one of those heads, you know how it feels to have extra weight pulling on your neck. That's going to start to hurt and it's going to mess with your nerves. Um, so, yeah, if you're riding a coaster, it's got average of 4Gs acting on your little head. That's a lot of extra weight that you're pulling around. So then, if you have any kind of neck or spinal issues to begin with, imagine all that weight pulling around on your nerves. Eventually, you're going to have difficulties, and that's going to really screw with things. And if you're not sustaining your head in place to some degree, I mean, you're prone to bumping things and heck, possibly even like break your neck. And those G forces are just going crazy because there's no rhyme or reason to what's happening with your head. So when they put restrictions on rides, you got to take those restrictions seriously. Sucks, sad but true.
I've worked at so many roller coasters throughout my career while working at the theme parks, and every so often we tell these guests, like, of course they come up to us because we are the greeter position. We tell them all about the coaster or everything, checking their heights and everything. uh I worked at Mummy, Space Mountain. I worked at Rock and Roller Coaster, Big Thunder Mountain. I mean, these are the major coasters that I've worked on personally, and from my experiences, these are the signs that we put on these coasters for a reason. If you have neck problems, heart conditions, uh,
If you're pregnant, that's a big thing.
if you're pregnant, if you're good with certain light effects, like because one of the coasters is the Mummy, and in the Mummy there is a strobe light effect on the attraction. So we give you these warnings to tell you that this attraction may not be suitable for your condition, and that's pretty much how we have to say to the guests to not make them feel uncomfortable. And
Yeah.
that is why we also have those test seats in the attraction at the very front of the attraction in the first place, so you'll be able to go test out the seating if it's comfortable for you. If you don't like the way it feels on yourself, then don't ride it. That's plain and simple. Just move on to a different attraction. Of course, we could make as an attraction attendant, we could give you a accommodation to a different attraction to try out if you want to go on that certain type of attraction. So let's say for example, a guest came up to me and they tried the test seat and they didn't like how I feel on the Mummy. We'll go up to them and be like, hey, I can give you accommodation to a different attraction if you'd like to go on that ride. They're like, oh sure, cool, but it has to be in that area. So I will say we have Jimmy Fallon you can try out, or you can go on the Minions, or you can go on uh down the road we got ET, or any attractions that are in that theme park. We are allowed to give you that type of accommodation for you, so you'll be able to go on that attraction, unlike going on the roller coaster, which can cause you heart problems or back issues or any other condition that you might have that's due to your health. So
Mhm.
that's all I have to say. Mike, what about you?
Um, hmm. Honestly, I can't give an answer. Sorry.
That's cool.
Yeah, you kind of said a lot of the stuff. You
I mean,
kind of said a lot of stuff.
we're all thrill junkies. We love going on roller coasters.
Yeah,
So, but it's a certain coasters are that you feel comfortable going on. That's
I could
that's the
go on
main
anyone.
that's the main purpose. That
All
is
right.
the main purpose. So I know for Jen, she can't go on any roller coasters, like none,
Right.
due to
Yeah.
due to her accident that she had. So
Yeah.
she can't go on it. But if she didn't have these type of issues with her body, I can get her on a roller coaster if she wants to go on it for her first time.
Yep.
So it's just all about which coasters you feel, which attractions you feel comfortable going on. So that's all I can say.
All right.
But yeah, so you can also see a lot of these things in action by when I'm sure you've heard like on Tower of Terror, if you hold a penny in your hand, then you watch that step because play of
Or
gravity and inertia.
or a tennis ball or a wall ball. Just don't, for the love of God, don't you dare bring a ping pong on Tower of Terror.
Oh my God. Although now I'm like imagining in my head when the doors open for you to look out at the park, I could definitely see myself like chucking a ping pong ball out the little window that opens up.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, but I could so see it in my head and it would be spectacular. I would love that. But I
So
won't do it. I won't do it ever. Um,
so my friend,
Yeah, you get in trouble for that.
so my friend and I, when we were both working at Tower of Terror, he was sitting on one side of the elevator, I was sitting on the other side of the elevator, and we both brought a tennis ball with us. So see how far we can throw it. We can see how far.
That is mean.
No, we can see how far we can throw it back to each other, like to play catch in the elevator. And this was
that's
like
very cool.
Okay.
this was before the guest was coming to Tower of Terror for the very first attraction to go on during the morning. So we had to test ride it, and I'm like, dude, you bring a tennis ball? He goes, yeah, I got it. All right, sit on that side, and I'll sit on the other side. So during the drop sequence, we were playing catch with each other with the tennis ball.
I love
My
that.
my senior class trip did the Harlem Shake during that time.
Oh boy, Nicole, what about you? Do you have any fond memories about Tower of Terror?
Yes. So, when I first got to go on it, which was like back in ninth grade, that was when they had that center back seat had the seat belt and the rest of them had the lap bars. Talking about the restraints would be a good thing for me next week, because there's a wide variety. But I remember when I would ride it after my first, after riding it twice, one time I had the center seat in back by chance, had the seat belt, and the other time had the lap band, not lap band, that bar that comes down. I asked for the center seat in back every time because I'm small. I was, I mean, I'm thin-ish now. I was much thinner then too. So going on Tower of Terror when it would drop when I just had that bar coming down. Yeah, you better believe I almost flew right out of that seat.
Oh,
Um, so I love thrills, don't really feel like flying out of my seat. So I
yeah,
asked
no one does.
for that center seat every time. And then what do you know? Like a few years later, I came back down. All of them have seat belts. I'm proud of myself on that.
I'm making a petition. I want everybody to sign this. We want seatbelts on Tower of Terror. Thank you so much, Disney. Now we have seatbelts on Tower of Terror. So what more do
Never
you
actually
want?
made a petition, but I'm glad that my constant requests to can I have the seatbelt seat?
Have you ever sat in the front row of Tower of Terror?
Once they put the seatbelts in, yeah,
Yeah,
it
It,
I
was
it is
did.
fun.
it is such a weird feeling to go in the front row in Tower of Terror. You're like, okay, this is weird. I'm in the front row, but I feel more comfortable sitting in the back row on Tower of Terror.
For some
Yeah,
reason, I don't like the front seat as much.
I love the front seat.
I don't know, I guess because it's for some reason maybe it's lower, and for some
Yeah,
reason I don't like that as much, and it doesn't really change much visually. I kind of like being able to see over everybody's head, so I
yeah,
still love the center back seat.
yep.
Doctor Doom at Alan's Adventure. Forget it. I am not going back on that ride. No, thank you. So, all right, Nicole. Well, thank you so much for a little history lesson on G forces. Now, Nicole, please tell everybody where can everybody check you out on social media, and let everybody know when will you be back on the roundtable.
Um, okay, so my social medias, bubbles underscore the underscore siren. And I think that's how I am on like everything that has a username. If I post anything to YouTube, that's what it's under as well. And I believe we have no
The
shows
anniversary.
next week, so I'll probably be back next week,
I
Okay,
will.
next
I should be
Wednesday.
back next week too.
Mike, what's your YouTube handle?
King underscore Mike underscore X.
All right, and guys, it's time for us to get up. It is time for us. Whoa, hold up. What is going on with my mouse? Come on, mousey. What? There we go. Guys,
Your mouse is petitioning for
I
rescuers down under.
I don't know what's going on, but it is time for us to get up on out of here.
Let's get out of here. Oh my God! Why do I?
Guys, that will do it for this episode of Remy's Roundtable, the Florida Theme Park Podcast. I really hope you guys enjoy this episode. If you guys can, please follow us on all social media, which is on Facebook, Instagram, and right here on YouTube. And you guys can check us out right there. And if you guys like an episode, just go back, rewatch it, and pick out that your funny moment. And make sure you guys tag us. That's Remy's Roundtable. And if you are listening to us on Spotify, make sure you guys give us that 5-star rating and leave a comment in the episode. And who knows, we might read your comment on the next episode. If you guys need a candle for your home or for your office, head on over to themagiccandlecompany.com. Use our code roundtable19 at checkout for your lovely discount. If you guys need a t-shirt for the theme park, head on over to teepublic.com. That is T-E-E public.com. Also, guys, a quick reminder before we end it here. October 15th will be our anniversary episode for the Roundtable. We will be celebrating 6 years of doing this podcasting program. So make sure you guys mark it down on your calendar. October 6th. October 15th. That will be on a Wednesday. So October 15th will be the anniversary episode, and we'll probably be doing it around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So just make sure you guys follow us. On the behalf of Nicole and Mike, guys, my name is Remy. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see everybody next time right here on Remy's Roundtable.
Is it over?
Like so. Is it over, Remy? Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on. YouTube.